this video, I will show you how to do the lace design for this hat. The hat is knit in the round. After you do a whole bunch of ribbing rounds, then the lace begins. And the lace in this instance is a 13 stitch panel that repeats all the way around the hat. So here's your 13 stitches, and at the beginning of the 13 stitches there's a bunch of plain knit stitches, and there's a decrease and a yarn over, and I'll show you how to do that. It's a 4 round repeat, so there's only 2 rounds of actual lace technique that you need to learn, and in between is just plain knit rounds. So let me show you. So here I have set up on my needles the 13 stitches. So for the hat you will have this 13 stitch panel repeating all the way around, but I'm just going to show you one 13 stitch panel. So I already have here 2 repeats of the 4 round lace that you'll be doing. So there's a plain knit, and then a lace round, and then a plain knit, and then a lace round, and then it repeats. So let me show you what that means. So actually right here I've already done the plain knit round. Never mind that I'm doing this on straight needles, but just pretend that this is in the round. So that's your plain knit round, and now I'm going to show you how to do round 2 of the lace design, which goes like this. So let me get to the stitch marker first. Okay, so this is one of your 13 stitch panels, and you knit 7. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then what you're going to do is called a knit 2 together. So here's your decrease. So instead of grabbing 1 stitch as you normally do, you're going to grab 2 together. So make sure your needle goes into the base of both stitches. And then once you're through both, you see I grab both. Yarn wraps around the needle and you knit as usual. And there's the knit stitch, and I've knit 2 together. And then you're supposed to knit 2 before you do the yarn over. So here's a yarn over. You basically just bring the yarn to the front between the needles and then keep knitting. So the end of this 13 stitch panel is just a knit 2. So you'll see as I knit that first stitch, the yarn is now wrapped around the needle right here, and that's called a yarn over, and that'll create the nice little eyelet hole. So the ending for this 13 stitch panel part is to knit 2, so there's my 2, and then you'll reach a stitch marker. Now for your hat, every time you reach a stitch marker, you'll get another 13 stitch panel. Okay, so now there's a plain knit round. So let me do that, and then I'll show you the second part of this lace. So this is what it looks like after you've done round 3 of your lace design. So I did basically a plain knit round. So now I'm ready to do round 4 of the lace like this. So let me get to a marker. Okay, so round 4 says to knit 9. So of your 13 stitches, you're going to knit 9 of them. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you actually do the yarn over here before you do the decrease. So again, a yarn over. Bring your yarn between the needles to the front. And then it's a knit 2. And that'll create the yarn over. So there you see the yarn over, and then you end the 13 stitch panel with a knit 2 together. So grab 2 stitches instead of 1 and knit them together. So that is the technique for the round 4 of your lace, and you'll see as you keep repeating rounds 1 through 4 that the eyelet holes will stagger like this. Let me just finish this so I can point out a few things. So keep really good track of which round you're on at all times, mainly because you need to make sure that after you do a round with the yarn over and the decrease, the next round is just a plain knit round. And then the other thing is that to make sure that these eyelet holes are staggering correctly, kind of note when you're doing the yarn over, like I did here on this round 4, I kind of visually check that I wasn't doing the yarn over right on top of the last one below, which is over here. Because if you accidentally do the yarn over here instead of here, then you might have lost track of which round you were on and accidentally did the wrong one. So that's just something to watch for. So there you go.